Yo guys, what's up? We're gonna live stream. We're gonna make some money today. We're gonna do a really good analysis on the market and see how everything has been trending. You guys doing good? Let's give it like 2 or 3 minutes, then we're gonna jump right into it. No time to waste. Every day is a busy day. Every day is a hustle. It's a grind. You gotta put in the time if you wanna pull out some money and extract profits from this market, guys. I'm just really glad that I'm scratching my balls right now and you guys can't see me because the camera is high. But you guys don't know what happens down over here. Just kidding, guys. We're going to maintain a professional attitude today because crypto is about professionalism. All right. You know what? That's a good question. Why don't I hold Algorand anymore? Because there's just so many good coins out there. Ooh, you guys saw my nipples. Pinch my nipples! So, I don't hold Algorand just because there's so many freaking good coins out there. I mean, how many coins can you really hold, right? It's going to be like kind of just choosing whatever coins you want that are going to be good. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. So today is November the 24th. We're now officially about 19 days into actually like 18 days after Trump got elected, and the market has moved up a tremendous amount. The market cap has grown by a stupid amount. All coins are rallying significantly right now. So everything is looking good overall. But something you got to be aware of is that a dip is going to come, man. And every coin, for example, FTM or Solana in 2021, they ended up rallying like 500%. And then they dropped like 70 to 80%. So these dips are inevitable. So you got to make sure that you're paying attention to your leverage if you are leveraged in any way at all. Also, Bitcoin right now has already extended a tremendous amount. So you have to always maintain a very careful stance and be very safe. And you can't just be moonboying the whole time. Yes, the market's very bullish right now, but it's also going to be very easy for you to lose a lot of your profits if you're not careful as well. And perhaps if you're not taking some profits along the way. So in this video, we're going to talk about how Bitcoin is trending. And then we're going to also talk about the altcoin markets. And then I'm going to help you guys find the trade as well, okay? Let's get into it. So by the way, guys, yeah, I'm up a lot. Like, I'm up a tremendous amount. I took some of my profits already. This is 10 days of trading. 10 days of trading, took out $183,000. That's a lot. And then yesterday, I cashed out $121,000. That's not bad for one day. You know what I'm saying? Pretty damn good. And the elite group of mine, they catch everything. So it's Black Friday, guys. I'm going to take up 30 seconds of your time, but you guys got to sign up for the Black Friday sale if you're not in my elite group already. I'm definitely, I'd say, the top 1% trader in crypto. Been in the game for 9 years now. 2 bull markets, 2 bear markets, and a few $1 million later, here to help you guys catch a lot of trades, but more importantly, get to your goals and reach them. So this Black Friday sale is 60% off. It's only 450 bucks, and I'm going to tell you guys what you get. It's going to be way more the value that you get than what you pay. You're going to get 6 months of trading with me in my elite tier signals and education group. You're going to get access to my newest course and the advanced volatility scanner. So look at the link below. Come trade with me. Come learn with me. It's the place to be. Enough with that. I sell myself. My content doesn't even need to sell. My reputation and the skills that I have, it shows through the hard work and the profits that I make. So come join me in the elite tier group, guys. So Bitcoin is stalled at 100K right now. I think we're at a top. I do believe we're at a top. And the reason I say that is because I'm seeing the Bitcoin dominance start to slowly drop to the downside. So you see it drop about 5%. But you actually don't see Bitcoin significantly dropping at all. But, so you're seeing Bitcoin stay still near 100K. You're seeing the Bitcoin dominance drop. And the most significant third thing to observe is how the total 3 market cap is actually increasing while Bitcoin stays still, while the dominance drops. So this just shows that people are realizing their profits from Bitcoin right now, and they're slowly starting to inject it into the altcoin market. And this is actually a direct reflection of that, because if you take a look at the crypto screener, this is built in TradingView, by the way, guys. And people are always curious about the settings that I use. And the settings I use is right here. You can pause it very quickly if you want to and take a screenshot. I'm basically searching in the weekly outside of minus 15 and outside of 15. So it's searching for anything that moves more than 15%, okay? So on the weekly chart, if you look on this one right here, okay, you're gonna see that coins like XLM, KSM, SAND, XTZ, these guys have all made some tremendous gains. So you're starting to see that altcoins are moving tremendously, but Bitcoin has been kind of here for like how many days now? Bitcoin has been here for 2 whole days now, but altcoins are still significantly moving. So my number one pick was, of course, Polkadot, right, guys? So not many coins are moving that much in the portfolio today, but I've been telling you guys to buy Polkadot. And I want to give you guys a huge tip right now that I am looking for a $1 million long position on Polkadot, okay? So the reason for that, and I'm usually right with the picks, guys. If you've noticed by now, my picks are phenomenal picks. So I'm seeing that this is going to be a fifth wave coming up soon to around 1190 is what I'm going to predict. So if you break down Polkadot on the higher time frame, it actually ended up making a second wave that probably finished over here. So this second wave created a flat that was higher. So this is an ABC structure. If you zoom very far out, back to March the 14th, that was the previous all-time high. This year, that is actually at 1190, roughly, right? 1190 is a very viable target. So I'm looking literally to enter with about $1 million around 840, or $8 to 840. So the reason for that is because I'm going to be DCAing, okay? Usually a running flat indicates that a fourth wave is going to be fairly bullish because the second wave correction ends up becoming very bullish. So because of that, you can expect it to not retrace that much, okay? So if you actually go to like a lower time frame, you're going to see a lot of congestion around this particular range right here. So I'm going to start DCAing around the 382, I'm sorry, not the 382, slightly below the 382 Fibonacci level. Right around here is where I'm going to start to DCA. I'm going to buy more over here, and then I'm going to buy more at the 618. So my DCA range is about 15%. Okay, so if it bounces at the first level, that's going to be wonderful. Then I'm going to buy more on strength as we get closer and closer. So let's just assume that we bounce here. Wonderful, right? Then our average price will be great. But if it goes lower and lower, you still cannot deny the fact that there's most likely going to be a fifth wave, right? No matter how you look at this, there's a fifth wave missing, guaranteed, especially with how bullish it is. A fifth wave is going to form 100%. Just like how a fifth wave formed on XLM, on SAND, on Cardano, on XRP, the fifth waves are all forming because this is a bull market. So if you look at the risk to reward, let's just assume that we ended up DCing down to like even 0.5 down to over here. And then we ended up getting, for example, a long entry average, maybe slightly between 382 and 0.5. So, you know, my risk tolerance is going to be really huge for this trade. So I'm going to be swinging $1 million and risking almost 50,000 or 100K, because if it gets to the 618, I'm going to be adding even more. But there's a potential for a huge profit of about 44%, depending on, it could be 44%, it could be even more or a little bit less, but somewhere between 35 to 40%. So Polkadot has been performing very well. So you want to stick to the coins that are performing extremely well. So we're going to get more to that later. But right now, let's talk about Bitcoin and how it's starting to show bearish signs of RSI. So you can see that bearishly diverging RSI. You can see that the MACD is crossing over as well, right? So not just in the 12-hour, but on the daily, it's starting to come down a little bit. So it's starting to stay in that overbought zone for too long now. So I think that a correction is actually overdue. It's going to come probably very soon. And I don't think people are going to be prepared for this drop, because the whole structure that I see it being made is probably something like if I had to guess the Elliott wave structure, it would probably be this structure right here. Like maybe even this structure, like where this could be the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like maybe. Like maybe this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But or even if I was wrong, and maybe like, you know, it's something like this where this is a 1, 2, and then all of this is a 3 or something like that, right? Or there's more. Either way, it's either this whole structure or this whole structure that's correcting one of these structures. But this has the tendency to be a third wave. Therefore, this is going to be the fifth wave. So I'm calling it, guys. Like, I'm calling it firmly that 100K is the highest we're getting for now. A big correction is coming to probably 90K, and it's probably going to drag down the market, the whole market. But the thing is, there's going to be a lot of coins that are going to outperform Bitcoin and still rally against it, because we can see significantly the Bitcoin dominance drop, the total 3 market cap go to the upside as well, and coins are rallying against Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is basically doing nothing, right? We're seeing that that Bitcoin is staying like around 100K, but alts are rallying significantly. So it's okay to still be longing some altcoins, but not all of them. So calling it, guys, 100K, that's the high for me right now, right? So let's take a look at some altcoins and see what we can trade today. A lot of these coins, I'm going to take them all off of my watch list today. So the first thing we do is we always look at the significantly moving coins today. That's a no-brainer. We see a coin like OTX. You know, it's clearly the #1 moving coin. So we're probably going to want to go to it and say to ourselves, like, is it worth it, like, to trade this coin? It made a dip already. It's making a corrective wave up. So we look at OTX and we say, I mean, is it going to continue further down? Maybe, you know, there's a significant trend line like that. Maybe you can get like 0.5%, but I don't know what's going to happen at this trend line, right? So I should probably short it for fun with you guys live, but I don't have enough time. Like, you could probably scalp this right here for like 0.5%, to be honest. Like, you could, but you probably have to be quick, you know, like very quick, very, very quick. I would do it live for you guys, but I'm not logged in right now. So OTX is a pretty decent coin to look at today. I mean, it's got maybe 5 waves forming soon, right? Because, you know, I don't know, this is a fucked up coin though, to be quite honest. That's a very, very difficult coin to be looking at, because you're going to notice that it's got like bearishly diverging RSI on this wave here, but the bearishly diverging RSI should be on the 5th wave. So is that the 5th wave that was extended? Maybe. So this coin is causing a lot of confusion where you don't want to long it, but you don't want to short it either. You missed the short and you missed the long. So this is the coin we pin. So SAND is looking phenomenal. Okay, SAND is about to break another high. It's very important to acknowledge the highs, set an alert here. When the price is greater than here, it's going to alert you. It looks like it's about to make a 5th wave. Make sure that you have an alert and the sound works. I'm going to log into Binance just to see if I can maybe catch a trade with you guys live. I'm not working with a lot of money on Binance, like not for trading at least. So SAND is looking phenomenal. Yeah, I really like the structure of SAND, of how it looks like there's a potential break happening soon for a 5th wave, right? Because you can see that this whole structure, this stupid structure is always going to be a 1st wave when you see it. This one's probably going to be a 3rd wave of some sort, 4, maybe a 5. So I like this structure of the way it's looking so far. It's looking very bullish. So the next thing we want to do is zoom very far out to see if that breakout does occur. Where is the next resistance? The next resistance is here. That's a potential target, but more likely here, 73. So there's 2 resistances that it's probably going to hit, and this breakout is happening soon. And I think that 74 is a very viable target to hit. I think it's a very viable target to hit. So keep your eye on SAND. Alerts should be set. This is now going to move to a high priority for SAND, like very high priority for SAND, because it's performing extremely well. So that could be a very good long for roughly 14%. Okay, moving on to the next coin. Mana is looking very similar to Sand actually. If you guys notice, it's very like Mana and Sand are looking pretty much identical on pretty much the same time frames, right? There's not really much difference between them. So Mana is going to be a very good coin to long as well if it breaks out to a fifth wave. So these are really good coins to look at right now. But I'm not guaranteeing anything, right? You just have to make sure you're following it yourself and seeing if the breakouts happen. But we're at a resistance for now for Mana, which is at the fourth wave, right? But if it breaks above here, it's probably going to smash. So Mana has a chance to make 11-12%. That's a very good coin to watch today. OTX is like, you know, you're looking at it, but you're not really sure, right? OTX gets to my waiting for pattern to breakout section instead. And then XTZ is too late to the party, man. You're too late to the party. You're going to catch in the tail end of whatever the fuck that is. You know, it's not going to be a good coin to trade. ENJ, you're too late to the party too. Too late to the short, too late to the long. That's not a good coin to trade if it's dropping 7% in 15 minutes. It's too volatile. It's too unpredictable. TA is not going to help you, so moving on. One, you're too late to the party too. It already dropped, you know, 20%. Gala, too choppy. I don't like the choppiness of it. I don't like these 3% wicks, you know, these 7% drops in 15 minutes. But it's rallying, you know, like it's rallying hard. I don't like this structure here either. Where's the resistance? I don't know where it is. I don't like Gala. XLM is probably in correction mode soon. I think it's in correction mode. Ah, this is the third wave. 100%. It's a third wave. Probably some shit like that. You know, it's going to finish a fifth wave soon. Ooh, this is actually a very good coin, guys. I don't know where it is, though. I don't know where the fifth wave is. We have to spend some time looking at this coin. I put this on the high priority list, too, because it just needs more time to analyze. Other than that, let's take a look at some of the coins that have moved a lot this week, like KSM. KSM drops a significant amount today. It's too late to the party for that, guys. RV dropped 20%. Maybe it's going to drop down another 4%, but chasing the tail end is never a good idea. But if you want to risk 1% to see if it hits the bottom here, you can. But also keep in mind that it's not always guaranteed a hit. Sometimes it just makes a head and shoulders pattern instead with a neckline. So Sand just broke out, guys, right? Literally, Sand just broke out. So, you know, maybe you want to long it a little bit. It's up to you guys. Because if you look really closely, like, it's probably broken out right now. But, you know, so maybe you want to nibble on it. You want to wait for a pullback. You want to trade the continuation of it, right? It's really up to you. I'm just going to go to Sand and long $20,000 right now. I mean, that's all that I would be willing to risk for now. Because there's no pullback yet, you know. And also the volume is kind of, it's actually pretty decent, but I don't like it. It's not really continuing the breakout, you know. It's like doing okay. Looks more like it's gonna bull trap instead. I'd rather wait for a pullback to enter. So I'm trading with $290,000 leverage to whatever. So I can easily trade $1 million anytime. I don't know about this coin, guys. It's fighting. I don't like coins that fight like that. You know? It's fighting. You know, maybe give me 2 more candles and I'll enter it. But for now, it's like, you know what I mean? You know, if it's not blowing up right away, it's like, why would you want to enter it? So you also have to observe the volume, right? So observing the volume in a really low time frame, like, it's important, right? It's getting lower. It's getting lower, the volume. So it's like, why would I want to enter that coin right now if there's just no volume to push it up, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. See what I mean? Sometimes you just got to wait to see how things go. So trading the breakout is very important. This is a low volume candle. This is a red volume candle. This one's getting even more rejected with even less volume. So this is how you trade breakouts, right? You got to really go into the low time frames, like the 15-second time frame. Just fucking look at the volume. Even though it breaks out, like, did it really break out, right? Sometimes your greed's gonna get in the way and be like, oh, it looks like it broke out, but then you enter it and then you're like, fuck, man, it didn't even do anything, right? So like, you don't really want to enter a candle or a coin where it's like, just look. But this would be a great coin to trade to long, because there's a potential, you know, right now to make 3% or even the higher end up there, right? It could make another 12%. So you guys see what I mean? So this is how you trade breakouts. You just gotta wait. You gotta go to it, and you gotta take a look, right? So it's not looking the best right now. It's even got bearishly diverging RSI. It doesn't look graded anyway to long. So if you longed it, you'd probably get bull trap right now. You know, here we go. There we go. Now it's going. It's going. I like that. I like the bulls just gave it a shot there. I like that a lot. I like how the volume on the minute chart is consistent. But if I entered and then came back down, I would lose 2%. I don't want to lose 2% on $20,000. So I'd rather wait for a very clear ass pattern to form. You know what I mean? A very clear pattern, a small pullback, then a clear break. I would rather, like a coin, when you guys trade a breakout, like this is my ideal. See what I mean? Do you guys see the patience that I have to enter, right? I wanted to, and now we got bull trap. So I hope you guys are learning something from this. I literally just prevented you guys from getting bull trap, and I prevented me from getting bull trap, and I'm going to teach you guys how to trade these breakouts. And it has a lot to do with patience. It has a lot to do with observing the structure, right? So an ideal structure that you would want is maybe it hits a resistance there, that comes back down, maybe it hits it a second time, comes back down, maybe it hits it a third time, you know, comes back down, maybe it hits it a fourth time, right? And then finally, the fourth time, boom, it smashes. That is a beautiful trade you'd want to take, because it shows it's consistently getting to the same resistance, trying to break it out, right? That's really great. And then when it finally breaks out, the bulls are like, all right, we're just going to take over. And the bears give up defending that particular price point. And then once they give up, then the market goes up. So in the bull market, it's very crucial for you guys to understand how to trade these breakouts to not get bull trapped. Because if you get bull trapped, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to look how much it dropped. It just dropped 5%, right? I didn't enter. I waited. I walked you guys through it. If I entered even with $20,000, I would be down $1,000 right now. And most amateurs, what are they going to do? They're going to enter in the breakout, and then they're just going to hold their stupid positions because they don't stop themselves out. And then they're down even more. So Stan gets pinned for now, okay? Stan gets pinned for now. We're not going to enter this trade. If you look on a higher time frame, all that you're going to see is basically a wick, right? You see the wick? Let me just delete that. You guys just see a wick now. It doesn't look like a really good wick. This means that maybe the fourth wave is still going to correct further. So this means that the fourth wave is probably still in correction. It means that there's no point of taking this trade yet. So moving on. So other than that, guys, Mana is doing the exact same thing. If you look at Mana and Sand, they're literally identical coins when you look at it. The only difference is that Sand moved more and it's more volatile. So today, keep an eye on XLM as well, but the number one pick is going to be Polkadot. Polkadot, I'm going to definitely 100% long at $1 million, somewhere between here, between 7.45 and between 8.4. I would like to get a really good average price, because then I'm going to long it to 11.9. And if I long it to 11.9 with like a 40-50% percentage gain, that could be easily between $400,000 to $500,000 of profit. So other than that, guys, stay very cautious, okay? I will see you guys around. Make sure you guys are clicking on the link below. Check out the Black Friday sale that I have. I'm going to make sure that you guys all get in, and also we trade together. Every day I'm going to try to find trades with the elite group, man. That's how I run it. So have yourselves a really good Sunday. Stay cautious. And a big question that people are asking, by the way, is it a good time to enter the market right now to add to your position? And my answer is going to be in two ways. One, if you don't enter now even, you risk missing out on a parabolic move to the upside, right? So entering later, waiting for a dip, it just might never come, and you might just miss out on it. So there's risk associated with not buying now, but there's also risk associated with buying now in terms of maybe Bitcoin is at a peak at 100K top and a big drop will come. But another argument is that even though Bitcoin, it could be at a top, altcoins are rallying against Bitcoin and doing their own thing, like Polkadot, like Cardano, like XLM, like Sand, like Mana. So all these coins are moving against BTC. It can also show that even if BTC drops, these coins can still go up as well. So because we're looking at the risk from both perspectives of buying now and then a drop happening, and also not buying now and a rally happening, right? The best thing to do is do both. Buy some now and then save some capital to buy on a dip if it does happen, right? And then if it doesn't happen, then great. The half that you bought now, you got in a good position. The other half, you're just gonna have to buy on strength as the market goes up. But this way, you protect yourself from not buying now. So you see the risk from both sides, and you have to incorporate a risk tolerance that's gonna fit your needs and how much you can handle stress and pain. So my best advice is just to do fucking both, guys. Don't sit there and think if I should buy or not. Just buy it and accept that decision if it drops, but buy more. But if it goes up, you're gonna do great, guys. Another thing I wanna tell you guys is that right now, these altcoins are only making the first big wave. It's just basically one big wave, right? Like it's making 5 small waves, but we're still in the first wave, basically. There's gonna be a second correction wave down, guys. There's gonna be a big opportunity for a big dip. And on this second wave, that's where the majority of your risk will be reduced. There's gonna be very little risk compared to buying right now. So make sure you guys are also considering that the third big wave hasn't even began yet, okay? I think the second wave is gonna correct to maybe January or something once we eventually reach it. Then the third wave is gonna be very, 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 very parabolic soon. So don't worry about missing out on anything, guys. It's just the beginning of the bull market. And remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. So there's a lot of room for this to grow. Okay, guys? Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Sign up for my elite group if you guys want to catch some of the best trades